Hey everybody, Crow back again, and this is the final game I'm showing in this batch of videos, Skate Rock on the Commodore 64. This was in the same lot of the seller was selling that I bought all the Game Boy Advance games. Now, after I got out of the Game Boy Advance games, I was kind of looking at other games. There was a couple Genesis, a couple Super Nintendo. You had a lot of Game Boy games, a lot of Game Boy Advance games. But then I saw there were Commodore 64 games. Now, I did see another game, Commodore 64 game I was kind of interested in, but I think it was going way too much. Now, this was sealed when I bought it, not to say the least. This was 15 bucks. It was sealed. And I saw the image. I'm like, Skate Rock. Why does that sound familiar? And I started looking it up. And I looked at gameplay footage of it. And I'm like, why do I have the feeling I've played this game before? And, truthfully, I have played this game before. I played it when I was younger. I just can't really pull the memories of where or when I played it exactly. This might have been something I played at my uncle's house. This might have been a game we didn't have for too long when I was a kid. I just can't remember. I just know for a fact I played this game as a kid. What cracks me up is on the box. This might have been a shareware game that we picked up at one point. And I love on the box in the corner, affordable fun. So yeah, the box is kind of smashed, but this way. But it was sealed. It was sealed 100%. And remember opening it up, and it had the cardboard in there, and you kind of open it up, and the disc is in there with the manual and everything. So yeah, Skate Rock. I don't know if you've noticed, but well, you probably have noticed. But I've done the intro for each of these pickups and impressions videos. They all have the same little ditty in the front of the video that I've used. And that is actually from this game. I really like the intro songs. I took a little clip of that, and I've used it for the intro, each of the intros that I did for these new pickup series. So that's where that came from. So the music, even though this is like affordable fun, I really like the music in it, even though it's really only title screen when you finish a level and when the game is over. Other than that, it's just silence other than sound effects. But I think it works for this game. Now, to start with, the controls are kind of a little difficult to get used to. The whole point of this game is to go throughout the map, collect all the flags, and then hit the finish line. But you don't get penalized for not picking up a flag. And you could scroll back and forth on the screen. You could definitely turn around and go back and pick up a flag if you've missed one. However, actually, I was playing this on the medium difficulty. You're not going to have enough time. If you miss a flag, you're not going to finish. So everything's timed. And then you've got a certain number of lives, too. So if you touch something or you fall off the map or something like that, you lose a life as well. So not only do you have lives to contend with, you have a timer to contend with. Other than that, if you know what you're doing, the levels are pretty short. So I think I made it to either the 4th or 5th level. I could not finish that level. And you know what? If memory serves me correctly, too, that was the level I got stuck on way back in the day, too. It's more of it's like a broken bridge area. And I just never either have enough time to get through it, or there's just way too much stuff I run into and I lose all my lives. But it's a hell of a fun game. It really is. And to me, this is out of all the pickups that I got, this is probably the best one. It's really weird because it brings back no memories for me. Really doesn't. But I know I played it, and just the game is fun. Like the controls. That's right. I was gonna say the controls are kind of weird because no matter which way you're facing, up moves you forward. I think. Yeah. Up moves you forward, even though you're scrolling left to right. Up always moves you forward, but then when you turn around, I guess up will move you forward too, so that makes sense. And it kind of works like a real skateboard. It's like you can only turn while you have momentum, but you can kind of kick, and you hold the button to kick the thing up, and you tap left or right, and you could kind of turn. But honestly, when you do the kick and you turn left or right, it moves really, really fast. Way faster than I think it should. It takes some really, really keen precise, accurate taps to get it to go exactly where you want it. And that's kind of like the biggest problem with the game. That's where you need the most practice to get used to the game. And but yeah, other than that, the game is awesome. There's actually another game on Commodore 64 I'm looking for. I remember getting it through shareware. It's called Street Surfer. So occasionally I'll look for that game too. But it only shows up, it mostly only shows up as cassettes in Europe. And I don't have a cassette for the Commodore 64. And I very distinctly remember playing it on a disc. So that's something I'm gonna keep looking for. Maybe it will show up in a future video. But other than that, that's it for the pickups, these pickups. Now, I do have other pickups. I have DVDs, Blu-rays. Actually, I don't have DVDs. I have Blu-rays and other things. That might just be a separate video altogether. It'd be a pickup other stuff. And won't do any fancy screen stuff or anything like that. Just to get through it. I mean, for example, finally got one of these. That'll show up in another video. Can't tell what it is. I'll explain it in another video. But that's the end of this video, because this is about Skate Rock. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.